Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? It's me, JD, and welcome back to Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Sandbox. What you're seeing right now is the scenery build for the park itself. If you don't like scenery builds, then just please leave now, because you're probably just going to get bored and have to listen to my voice all day while I'm trying to show you how I did this. So right now, as you're seeing the lamps go down towards the big hypercoaster that goes around the amusement park. Actually, it's a looping coaster, I believe, but yeah, I can't even remember until I get to the next part. But please remind me what it was so I can remember. But anyway, thank you guys so much for the continued support on the channel. It means a lot to coming back and showing that support every day and every chance you can get. And if you do like this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. The support always helps and will help me make more videos, because I like making these. No joke. And as you can see, I'm putting some benches down, thinking, oh, what is this? What am I trying? Oh, and I just deleted a path. Okay, so that's the mistake that always happens, trying to make paths and whatnot. Because these are path scenery we're talking about here, not some pointless tree building or building. I think that's how you call it. But in the meantime, just setting up the path benches. They are, I don't necessarily think that they're necessary, but the only thing I find necessary for the park benches, I feel like they're just there for the peeps. They're there for peeps that are actually waiting for their group, in group fields that are actually waiting for their group. I don't know why I put receptacle bins, but just in case people walk by and they have things over there. And you just saw notice saying that animals are getting very hungry. Well, I might focus on that later on, but in the meantime, this is what we get. Just more path building. You might be able to... Okay, so for those of you that are still on this point, I'm just gonna keep talking over the path build. How are you guys liking about RollerCoaster Tycoon World? Has it been an experience? Has it been Well, for me, it hasn't been the experience. I mean, I haven't enjoyed it at one bit, despite the fact that I may appear to be noticing some bugs in the game. I'm trying to get the devs' attention on this, but so far nothing's going on. I even told them about it at PAX East, the whole path scenery thing, and I did not explain the intersection at all. So right here, as you can see, I paused the video because I was having a huge amount of lag going into this. Right now, you're actually seeing the build in double speed, 2x speed, just to see what's up with that. I mean, you're gonna hear me talk a lot. You're gonna hear me talk over my own path build. I mean, it happens. I mean, right? So, what you're seeing here, I'm just making the path lights for the entire path as it stands. There really is nothing going on between the end of the hypercoaster. There's nothing really going on between the Tiger Show and the theater or the Thunderbobs anyway. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I could put in between, like stalls or rides rather, then hit me up. Post a comment. It helps a lot. Now, as you can see, I'm going straight up into the animal section with the lampposts. And yeah, pretty much the lampposts are just my priority at this point. So anyway, as I was saying, I wasn't really into RollerCoaster Tycoon World as it was. I mean, the bugs were just a bit crazy. Even in the last two episodes of my series, I was like, okay, maybe this was not a bad idea after all. But as far as I'm saying, the devs still have the potential of actually fixing the bugs, but it just takes time. It just takes your effort and your awareness to just let them know that these things are happening and that they really need to get it fixed. And besides, I've even seen your complaints about lag on the game, and I had that experience so many times as well, even with a shit computer like this. It's just crazy, I know. But yeah, I've even talked to James Turner about it, Flabaliki, as I mentioned in my PAX East vlog. He said the exact same thing. RollerCoaster Tycoon World is just absolute bullshit with a lot of bugs. Get Planet Coaster, it's a lot better. And I'm going to follow along with that path. Get Planet Coaster, it's always better for that. It's made by the same guys who made this game, RollerCoaster Tycoon 3. So now, as you can see, I'm trying to get back to the other side of the park as I'm building more path lamps. Especially to the fire snake over there, as I always forget it's over there. Like, come on. Can't I just work on the entire park at once? Now I am, at least. So what else are you guys hyped about for Planet Coaster? I think I've seen the footage for the alpha, and so far it looks pretty good. The cheat for getting the coaster builds, I mean, it may have looked like, from the last time I saw it, the coaster build, you had to put a cheat in, but I'm not sure exactly if you need to put a cheat in now because I haven't seen much of Planet Coaster since it updated, to be honest with you guys. Just let me know what happens with that. I mean, I'm getting way behind as it stands right now. So, for the guys at Atari, I'm really hyped and I was really excited at first for RollerCoaster Tycoon World, but now things have just gone down the drain for me. I mean, I just don't see any, like, potential with it, you know? Or rather, it does have potential, it's just not quite there yet. I apologize for any cuts I've made. I had to do some stuff in between recording sessions of this build, so there you go. It just takes a while for me to get back into the groove once, you know, something gets out of the way. But in the meantime, let's just continue on with this stuff. So I've just finished lamppost building for the park itself. The next time I'm here, I'm going to take care of the pool lights, the lights for the pool. And down the road, I hopefully want to create an indoor pool section. If you guys are interested in seeing that, then by all means. Now, I don't have to necessarily be the one in the control here. I mean, things come up and things change my mind. So if there's anyone out there that can remind me that I've thought of this stuff and I've forgotten about it later on, then of course, by all means, I can just say whether or not I've forgotten about it, and if I have, then I can always just say, oh, I've forgotten about it because this, or I've given up on the idea because that. That's just how it is. Now moving on to the park benches, I feel like park benches all across the board should be a bit of a thing, you know? Rarely when I go to amusement parks, I don't necessarily see a lot of benches. I'm sorry. Not bridges, benches. What am I saying? Anyway, benches across the park. And all this does is just create benches everywhere. Like, Pete's need a place to sit, you know? Just give him a place to sit. It doesn't have to be, loosely scattered across the park, you know? Just doesn't have to be that way. You can just let them sit wherever they want, or you can just be a dick and not worry about it. Pardon my language there. But anyway, moving on, as I continue down the road towards path benching, might I suggest you skip to later in the program? I'm going to have a timestamp come up right now in the title, so if you don't want to see the path building, then I suggest you, if you want to, what am I saying here? If you want to skip the whole path, bin, lamp, bench placement, then skip to this timestamp that I'm going to post right up now. It's just going to show you, and I'm also going to provide an annotation on top of that to let you know where it is in the video. So with that said, I will continue as if you guys stuck around. And yeah, like I said, I was putting bins up earlier and was having a little struggle with that queue path because, as you know, you can't necessarily put benches on sloped paths, which kind of ticked me off at first, but I could understand that point now because, as you know, as of course, they're not necessarily locked onto the path itself. I mean, it can break. Like, I've seen this in RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and 2. I've seen park benches break before. Those peeps in those two games are extremely powerful, let me tell you. And now I was having a little struggle getting the queue path to work, so I go in and name someone M. Brooks, trying to remember the cheat, and surprise, surprise, it worked. Why'd it work? Simple. Memory. That's how it is. So like you're seeing right now, you're seeing me build the scenery building for the monorail. which is probably which I did decided later on it was going to be the same throughout the entire train system, except for this one I used a full height and a 1/3 height brick wall for the monorail, and for the others you'll see it in the next one, but for the rest I used two-thirds height brick walls because they equaled the same. 3 plus 1 4, 2 plus 2 4. For those of you that were thinking 2 plus 2 equaled something else, I'm gonna be a smarty here, but you're wrong. And for those of you that are being a joke, and for the jokesters, congratulations, you are correct. 2 plus 2 does equal fish. So anyway, moving on. This is where I start using the 2 and 2 brick walls. I am blank-minded today, aren't I? But anyway, it's the same overall. I couldn't necessarily find any sloped roofs for the monorail itself. I do use sloped roofs later on in one of the scenery builds. I believe it was the junior coaster that I used sloped roofs and then flat roof. You'll see it later on, but in the meantime, continuing on with this. So it reminds me, and I wonder clearly how, and I've always wondered how scenery building worked in RollerCoaster Tycoon World. I know I've done it with trees, I've done it with rocks. I haven't seen walls yet. That's the other thing I wanted to focus on for so long. But as you also noticed, I skipped 2 stations for the scenery build, mainly because one of them attached to the zoo was on top, and as you saw earlier, in between episodes, I decided to fix up the lion's den a little bit, fix it up, expand their cage, enclosure. That's how it's supposed to be called, enclosure. Expand their enclosure, and here's where I'm looking around for the junior coaster, and there it is. I am looking for another colored wall. I'm trying to look for a wall that actually worked out for me until I said, okay, maybe this is not working out for me. Maybe I could just go back to the wall that I was using before, which of course was the regular walls. Only this time I ended up using, yet again, a brick wall, this time with windows. So, in that regard, I was thinking, okay, maybe this was an accurate description of how I wanted the house to be, with actual windows, with actual doors, and everything like that. So you'll see later on that I put doors in and have a little struggle putting roofs on for the entire coaster, mainly because of the track up above. It didn't work out very well in the end, didn't it? But you'll see soon. So, yeah, you're probably not going to see me shut up for any time soon now, don't I? Well, I'm not going to shut up because I can, and for those of you that actually care about seeing me talk, thank you very much. And for those of you that actually care about why I was doing this, also thank you very much. And for those of you that say, no way, Jose, just stop talking and just let me see the thing, then that's okay. Just go ahead, mute the video, don't hear me talk. I know I might get annoying to you at times, but you gotta hear me out here. Now, anyway, roof building time. You can see that I was having a bit of a struggle with the roof over here, mainly because, as you may already know and can already tell, there's a track up there, and it seems, and the game mechanic thinks it seems very impossible to put the roof there, and I'm like, okay, maybe that doesn't look very nice. So why not just put the two, what's it called? What's it called? Put the 2 slants, or put the 2, I forget what they're called. Someone remind me, please. But in the meantime, let's just keep going. I just went silent for a sec, I know. Back to more scenery building, and this time I'm on the Speed Demon for the building. And this time I decided to go with a little bit of a twist to the mix. I'm not going straight just for the walls on the scenery like I did with the Fire Snake. Instead, I'm just building around it, getting a little extra space in, because you're going to see something amazing on this one now, don't ya? This one is going to be, well, I'm going to call it amazing at first, but you'll call it whatever, because that's how you are. And as you'll see, right now I'm just building the little side stations. I don't know why I decided to do that, but it just looked pretty good in the end. I mean, why wouldn't you do something like that? And yeah, to be honest, I actually looked at this afterwards and I'm like, okay, this looks like a greenhouse to me. Whatever. Maybe this is a green speed demon, don't you think? A green-hearted speed demon. And now for coming around the mountain, I thought it would be nice to just go with a little cabin thing, but then again, it just still looks like one of those old scenery builds that I always like to do, but instead, it doesn't necessarily look like a cabin or cottage or anything like that. You'll know just by the stilts that I put there. Because instead of putting just a regular roof, I decided instead to put a draped roof over there instead, because that looks, well, all I can say, it just looks pretty good with the stilts over there in the end. So, as I'm approaching the end of the video in terms of how this goes, I'm actually finishing off just by building a little hut in front of the Thunderbobs because I can, and because it looks very fitting in the end. I mean, you're gonna prevent peeps from getting into the rain, right? And of course, having a struggle getting to Embrooks in the end, having a struggle trying to put scenery there, and in the end, you're probably gonna see me type Embrooks again just to try and get the thing to work, but in the end, it doesn't work. I just remembered that. But anyway, we're about approaching the end of the episode, but I'm just going to say this right now. If you do have any ideas for more scenery or for more rides, as you saw in the park, please let me know in the comments, and hopefully things will get better. Now, as you see me fail miserably on finding more cute paths to put scenery on, I mean, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Sandbox. Like I said, if you have any ideas for for me to build next, whether it be rides, whether it be scenery building, whether it be stalls or anything like that, then it's all your idea. I'm trying to go vanilla here, and like I said, we're almost at the end of the entire RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 Sandbox as it is. Yeah, we're about approaching the end. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, leave a like, share this video with your friends, post your ideas in the comments, and as always, as I save, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you next time, everyone! Hey guys, if you like that video, make sure you check out these other 2 videos over here. Last part of this video, maybe another video you might like. Also, don't forget to check me out on Twitter for more updates. I'll be posting links to my videos from there, if you want to get them first. And don't forget to leave a like the buddy said, post your comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want more videos like this obstacle one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Also, please watch out for any squirrels on the way out.